Beyond belief. You don't believe what you see. You see what you already believe. And they've given me a real compressed amount of time. I have difficulty staying in time slots. I got about 25 minutes. And I want to share with you what I believe. And I believe we're just getting started in this industry. I believe we're just getting started at our dealership. And I think there's so much more there.
Integration, evolution's new frontier. The automotive industry wasn't built for speed. It was built for process, for waiting, for friction. But customers didn't evolve to match the system. The system has to evolve to match the customers. At Paragon Honda and Acura, we're not selling cars. We're engineering experiences. Know me better, serve me faster, wow me everywhere. From AI-powered insights to real-time personalization to fully frictionless transactions. This isn't the future of car buying. This is now. Wherever, whenever, however. Expect the unexpected. Paragon, making life easier.
To another level.
Integration, evolution's new frontier. Are you ready? Is the industry ready?
I'm going to talk about a series of case studies, things that we've done at the dealership where we thought we had reached the pinnacle and then we reached higher. We thought we were there and then we reached higher. What if you had a 300% in your online part sales and you thought you were there and then you realized you got some new information, new belief, new understandings, new platforms, and all of a sudden that increased by 4,000%. In 90 days. Well, we're going to share with you how we did that. This is me. We got to skip through this. Hey, we're all here, I think, for the same reason. We want to see where the industry's going. Where is the puck going to be? Like Wayne Gretzky said, I used to play hockey. And he said, I don't skate to where the puck is. I skate to where the puck is going. I'm here for the same reason you are. I want to see where the puck is going to be. And there's only 3 ways you can increase your business, right? My dear friend Jay Abraham takes this complex thing that we do and says there's only 3 ways you can increase business. 1, sell more of what you sell more dollar amount during each transaction, or increase the frequency. So I would say to our vendors out there, if you're not doing one of the 3 things here, I'm not interested. How can we increase our sales? How can we increase the dollar amount per transaction? And how can we increase the frequency? Jay had written this book, and I love the book. I read it in somewhere like 1988, How to Get Everything You Can Out of All of You've Got. What do we have? What do you got? I think the number one thing that we've all got is a DMS. And imagine if today with AI, we learn new ways to harvest gold out of that DMS. What if we take this DMS and we say, hey, what's in there? AI, how can you help me with that? And I spent the first half of my career looking out there for the solutions. There's a dealership in New York. There's a dealership in Florida. There's a dealership. You got to be in California. And my mentor, my boss told me, it's in the mirror. It's here. It's right here. You don't have to look any further. And so I think the DMS that we're sitting on, when mixed with intelligence, can unleash incredible opportunities for us. Bosses with high expectations are the ones that run peak performance teams. And I've been told by a lot of people I'm a pain in the ass. And they say, you're never satisfied. We get to 1,000 certified used cars, and what do I say? Let's get to 2,000. 2,000, the guy's crazy. I said, we get to 2,000? What do I say? Let's get to 3,000. I believe it's a franchise within a franchise. And that stops. I got a friend, Mel, here, and thank you for being here. I press this guy, and I press this guy. And I just put him back on with us because he's got an assignment to really unleash a bunch of gold that's sitting in our dealership. I think that with small daily improvements, right, you can really change the nature of your business right now, today, when you go back to the store. Robin Sharma is someone I believe is got some incredible opportunities for us to read. And if I would suggest you to read a book, I'd say read anything that's written by Robin Sharma. The law of accelerating acceleration. We were talking about this yesterday. When you set a goal and you start moving towards that goal quickly, and you start accelerating, the goal starts moving towards you. But the challenge for many of us is we think we're done when we get 50% there or 60% there. So today I want to challenge you to say that the gold is on the other side of 80% of the work. The last 20% of the journey is where 80% of the gold is sitting. And we've had some success in the dealership, and I'm going to share that with you, but I'm going to share what I think is possible for us and set up a challenge for my team, to go out and to hit these numbers, to take what we're doing now and multiply them times 4x, 5x, 10x. I believe that your beliefs are a direct correlation to your success. And I believe we're living in the greatest time of all time. And there are going to be people that say, no, it used to be better. It's never been better than it is now. And I try and get myself around people that support those beliefs.
By these kids, anyone who's depressed, as long as we don't have like nuclear war, they're going to have an unbelievable life. They're going to inherit. Like people say, the next generation's in bad shape. Really? They're going to inherit a country that's worth $200-300 trillion. They're probably going to live to 120. AI is going to cure some cancers.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be bemoaning their situation. They should be looking at this world and saying, what can I make of it? You know, what can I do better than the folks before me?
Jeremy, it's great to have you.
Are there any students from Northwood University here? Hey, I have a goal. Have you come work for me and let me make you into a millionaire. Okay? I think that's the goal that we should set out for our teams. That's always what we told our teams. This is Steve Greenfield and Chip Perry. We're going to do everything based on trust, transparency, and convenience. The customer has to always win. We're going to make it easy for people to do business with us. Our case study for certified pre-owned, I had an opportunity to buy a dealership in Manhattan for $2 million. I went to my boss. He set up a Ben Franklin list, and he listed all the expenses that were going to be associated with that. And he got down to the bottom of the list, and it was $20 million. And he asked me, at what level are you able to participate? I had $200,000 in the bank. He said, Brian, instead of us buying that dealership, why don't we just get into used cars? Why don't we get heavily into used cars? And I remember leaving his office and going to my office, walking across the street and saying, this guy is trying to hold me back, but he wasn't. He was showing me something that was there that I didn't realize. I attended a seminar at American Honda. 4 people were in the room with me, and they talked about this franchise within the franchise, certified used cars. And all of a sudden, something clicked. He said, you don't need key money, you don't need factory approval, and you don't need good CSI. I didn't have key money, I didn't have factory approval, and I didn't have good CSI at the time. So it was a natural for us. The problem was, how do I expand my capacity? How do I expand my income with no CapEx expense? And we got into this certified used car business. I think Jack Welch said it best. The magic is finding a business that's already within the business. And so this chart has been with me most of my career. This is Ray Dalio. And so we like to set audacious goals. And if your goal is audacious, step number 2 always follows. You're going to fail. And if you don't fail, then it wasn't audacious. And so we set an audacious goal. We set an audacious goal to be the #1 certified dealership in the country. And I went to my zone manager, Sam Delenti. I said, Sam, we're going to be the #1 certified dealer in the country. He said, last year you sold 12. I said, but no, you don't understand. I got it. I understand now. And we failed. We made every mistake. My used car managers tried to trick the system and sell the car, then certify it, charge the customer for certifying. We learned, and we fixed, and we set a goal. We set a goal to do 1,000 certified used cars. And then we set a goal to, we hit the 1,000. I said, let's get to 2,000. We hit 2,000. I said, let's get to 3,000. And our certified used car business outsold 900 of the 1,100 Honda dealerships in the nation's new car business. Certified business within a business. The challenge for us is how do you grow that from here? And I think the answer is going to be integration. This theme for us, people, process, technology, and consistency mixed with what I call OPP. And guys, I want you to have me come out to that old song, you know, down with OPP, yeah, you know me. Other people's platforms. The outcome was we're the number one certified dealership in the country, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Acura, the same thing. Why? Because we got it. And I'm going to tell you now, we're not done. What if we can double or triple those numbers? I think we can. Case study number 2, E equals PO squared. I wanted to set a formula for that no matter what the competition did, they couldn't beat us. And this is a vehicle exchange equals a profit opportunity squared. You sell a new car, you sell a used car, your service department gets 4 bites of the apple, your finance department gets 8 bites of the apple, your parts department gets at least 2 bites of the apple, and it's the number one profitability increaser in the dealership. The problem was the 2008 financial crisis. And I go to I know the playbook. The playbook says financial crisis, people shift to used cars. So I shifted to used cars. I go to the auction, and there's people like Liza there and John Osborne there and people like you guys there, all raising your hand up in the air, and I'm competing against you. I bought a bunch of cars. You know how you buy a car at the auction? You pay the most. I take that car and I go back and I try to retail. I can't retail it. Yet I'm sitting in the service department filled with customers. And I went to Larry H. Miller's Paul Nygaard, and I said, Paul, how the hell do you do it? You manage 71 stores. We're in a recession. I'm managing 2 stores, and I'm pulling my hair out. And he said, I hire really good people, and I give them great training. I said, yeah, me too. What's the real answer? He goes, Brian, I reserve the right to manage my business. Probably the most profound statement I've ever been told. I reserve the right. And he said, Brian, when the bank comes to take the dealership, they're not taking it from your manager. They're not taking it from your sales department. They're taking it from you. I went back to the dealership, and we made a decision to get back into the service department and put a team there permanently. And I said to Leo, you're going to be in charge of the sales and service team. He said, I don't want to do that. I said, I understand. I reserve the right to manage my business. You start tomorrow. I'll price protect you for 90 days. Whatever you earn the last 90 days, you'll earn this, and then you're on your own. That department became a business within a business. Sourcing trades from the service lane became something that I was really passionate about, and we started selling about 35 or 40 cars a month before I made this video.
It's about a really simple proposition. I can get you a better version of what you're driving now for a low monthly payment while you're interested. You're not. Kind of strange to me. So you'd rather drive the older car for a higher monthly payment than have the lower monthly payment. That's right. Okay. Move on to the next one. But if you made the simple presentation that takes about 45 seconds with one customer, and then follow up with those lucky customers.
I'll tell you, I'll give you the outcome, the punchline. I made a video saying you're going to see 100 customers a day in the service department. At first blush, you sell 3 cars. You take the other 97 customers you missed, put them through the BDC funnel. I think you can get another 3 cars. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 times 30 is 180 deals. 180 deals, 3,000 a piece. That's 540,000 a month. And I made this audacious goal at a time when we were delivering about 35 cars out of the service department. Okay, so let's fast forward to today. That's no big deal, selling 35 cars a month. It's no big deal that we sell 180 cars a month out of the service department. But I want to share with you our new audacious goal. I want to share with you where I think this goes. And remember, when I told those guys 180 cars, they said, this guy's flipping out of his mind. 180 out of the service department. Oh, sure. All of a sudden, that's going to become a new showroom in the service department. And it did. But this is what's there today. By taking VinQ and matching them and mixing them with Team Velocity and then getting an AI agent in there, and then our RO count has gone from 100 a day to 170 a day. What does that math look like? It looks like this.
Most dealerships focus on sales, but they forget about something even bigger: service. Let's run the formula. 170 repair orders every day. That's 170 service customers walking through your doors daily. 17 of them, they buy a car on the spot. That leaves 153 opportunities for your BDC team to follow up. Now, let's say just 10% of those follow-ups convert. That's 15 more car sales. 17 plus 15, 32 cars every day. That's 960 cars a month. At an average of $3,000 gross per new car, that's $2,880,000 in front-end profit. And here's the kicker. 67% of those customers, they've got a trade-in. That's 643 trades. 643 multiplied by $3,000 in used car gross. That's another $1,929,000. And those trades require an internal repair order with an average net of $1,500. You're looking at $964,500 just from service. Stack it all up. That's a monthly impact of $5,774,100. Multiplied by 12 months, that's over $69 million annually. And the best part? You didn't even lift a wrench.
It's crazy, right? But Mel, that's why you're here. That's your job, to go get that. Know that this is math. You don't have to like the math. That's what the math says. And I think with AI, I think we can do it. I think with integration, I think we can do it. You've got Danny Zavlowski. He said, hey, I think we can do that. I think we can build a scanner so we can give a professional proposal to every one of those 170 customers. Is it possible we could sell 30 out of 170? I think it absolutely is. It's kind of awesome. Pickup and delivery. We started pickup and delivery long before COVID. We started doing pickup and delivery as a way to serve the Manhattan market because the dealership there, unfortunately, went out of business. And we told Honda, we can handle that market. The problem was, how do we dominate Manhattan with no CapEx expense? We took a page out of Google's book, and I saw an audience like this, and it was all Google guys. And I said, who's the number one search engine? And they went, Google. I said, okay, good answer. Who's number two? They went, YouTube. And I said, but what about for me? What about for me? I'm a retailer. Who's the number one search engine? They went, Google? No, Amazon. And I told them, you know why? Because Google, through search, brings the customer to the product, tells you where to get the product. Amazon brings the product to you. How can we bring the dealership to the customers? How can we bring our dealership to the customers? And then if we were going to put a dealership in Manhattan, I asked the guy from Starbucks, I imagined I did. I said, where would you put a Starbucks in Manhattan if you had to put one in Manhattan? And he told me, I put one on every freaking corner. So the idea was, let's do pickup and delivery. Let's bring the service opportunity to the customers, and let's put it on every single person's cell phone in order to do that. Meet the customer where they are. We use the Uber-type app, which we're all trained to use, to make better use of the customer's time and our time, to show them where the driver was so we didn't waste their time or ours. And the outcome? Every one of those dots is a pickup and delivery. And then, we said, hey, let's do it at our White Plains store. This is a prison, Rikers Island. It's a pickup and delivery at a prison. This is my daughter out here, and that's my son over there using pickup and delivery. And you see those at White Plains Honda. What's happened at White Plains Honda? I bought it in 2023. What's happened to the service business? Doubled. It's doubled in 3 years. And it's because of this. We took people, process, technology, consistency, using existing platforms like Red Cat. Red Cat was doing business for Lincoln and Mercury nationally, pickup and delivery. I said, we can do more pickup and delivery at Paragon than you're doing nationally, and we did. We took an Uber-style app, we took the Amazon approach, and we took the dominance of Starbucks, and I think we changed the game for us. But we required we do something else different, and that was, how do we now, we're driving all this business into the shop, and I don't have the capacity. My dear partner, who's 87 years old, said, listen, I don't want to expand the footprint of the dealership. So how could I expand the footprint of the dealership? Well, I took a page out of their book. Can you call Google? No. Can you call Apple? No. Can you call Facebook? No. Because they've solved every problem you can have without the need to call them. And when are they open? Can you imagine if you took your pictures from Mother's Day and you went to post them on Facebook and said, close, try back in the morning? They're open 24 hours. And I thought, hey, wait a second. Why don't we try and take a page out of their book and be open 24 hours for a service department, thereby doubling the capacity of service and murdering the real estate?
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give
They
them
said
what
you can't do it.
We gon' take it up
They
from
said you got a union. They won't let you do it.
Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down. Aiming for greatness, no settling. Kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, can slow down. No.
I love that video. I mean, how do you increase your capacity? Well, we doubled the number of lifts because we opened the shop up. It may not be appropriate in every market, but it was appropriate for us in our market. The outcome is we doubled the service business at Paragon. We doubled the service business at White Plains with no CapEx expense. And I think that's pretty cool. We did it again with technology, Red Cap, Team Velocity, Dealerware, and Spine. And I'm not giving a commercial. OPP, other people's platforms, integration, all working together. And at first, a lot of these guys didn't want to work together. And we said, listen, it's a condition of working with us. You're going to work together. Because many of these guys have disparate objectives. Case study number 4. Competing with Amazon for parts. Not really. The problem is we knew the data. My presentation said this, online parts is going to be one of the number 3 top growing areas in the country. And then we said, what if that's true? What if that is true? And the research shows a lot of old cars on the road. And so we said, okay, hey, let's get into this fully online presentation for e-commerce, and let's set a goal to be number 1 in the country in delivery of parts. But we took a look, and we always do this, parts near me, right? Brakes near me. And you've got all these other people, no dealers. Tires near me, no dealers. And we said, that's an opportunity. So we went to utilize partners, a platform, and we got with Revolution Parts. Who is there? Freaking Amazon. And they're crushing it. So what we decided to do is let's partner with Amazon, Revolution Parts, and eBay, and to try and grow our parts business. Now, this was our online parts last year, about $10,000 a month. We were all excited. We got up to about $30,000 a month here. And then we used those 3 partnerships to really get into the parts business. We turned the lights on in December. We went in December to 100,000, 120,000, 130. We set a goal for 1 year to do $500,000 a month in online parts. We did it in 4 months. $522,000 last month. That's a $7 million a year swing. The goal is now $1 million a month in online parts. Who do we hire to do it? AI agents. AI agents. We're doing it all online. Pretty cool. Oh, but AI is going to replace people. I've added 3 people to my parts department. I didn't replace people. I added people. And so we think that that's kind of cool, 500,000. And we know that there's more there. And I like visuals. Where is your online parts market? Wherever you want it to be. We're going to take over the whole country. $1 million a month's not enough. It's not enough. You see, I see it. Look at all these empty spaces. Texas. They got to buy parts in Texas. I think it's cool. Again, other people's platforms. This is not ancient history. We did this year. We went from $30,000 a month to $500,000 a month. We're expanding the parts department. It's kind of cool. And now this new thing, I'm running, I got 50 seconds. Come on. This is trade cycle acceleration. I'm really excited about this. The problem is, how do we increase the frequency or reduce the trade cycle? And I went to NAMAD. I met this woman at NAMAD. She told me about this platform, Dealerware. And she said, we can help you with rent-a-cars. I said, I'm not really interested in rent-a-cars. She showed me what was possible. Said, I'm happy with X time. We replaced them. And we started looking at, and again, same deal. Long-time rental business is going to go through the roof. This guy's getting into it, Elon. And so we said, well, maybe that's something that we should consider. We set an audacious goal. Let's accelerate our trade cycle from 30 months. Let's reduce it to 90 days. And again, we looked, rent a car near me. No dealers. Who's got all the cars? We do, but we're not here. What the? I can't. So anyhow, we got a platform, and my idea was we take a new car and we put it in loaner car. Oh, that's revolutionary. And you depreciate that, and you get a new car sale, and you help your service department. And then we also simultaneously with a loaner car, when it's not being a loaner car, it's a rent-a-car. When it's a rent-a-car, it's a loaner car. We take the revenue we get from the rent-a-car and depreciate the loaner car, and then we sell it to the CPO department at a price that's $4,000 below market value, cut the legs off the competition, turn it into a CPO, and sell it. And this trade cycle takes 90 days. New car, used car sale, 90 days, multiple bites of the apple, 5 profit centers in 90 days. We reduced the trade cycle, and we're manufacturing used cars. You're not excited? I'm excited. I'm excited. I got 180 of them right now, and every month we're producing another 180 used cars, 180 ROs, 180 new car sales, and it's just coming. It's just... Oh, by the way, we're going to leverage our pickup and delivery platform, and when you want to rent a car, we're going to deliver it to you. You're at the beach, I'll deliver it to you. John Osborne, you're at the mountain, we'll deliver it to you. You're done with it, we'll pick it up from you, leveraging the platform that we already have. The outcome, we're in beta, we're doing okay. People process, OPP, other people's platforms. What's next? How can we use mobile service to reach more customers? I'm at capacity in my shop. I'm at capacity with time. It's an $800 billion industry, 80% of it's lost. I want to get some of that. It's going to be a $2 trillion industry. 37% of the work that they can do with mobile service can be done in the customer's driveway. I can take away 37% of the work inside of my shop, alleviate that so I can use that capacity to do something else. We're going to use AI to book, set up the appointments, and send out and dispatch the cars. It sounds like this.
Hi, this is Emily Carter, calling about an open safety recall on your vehicle. There's no cost to you, and American Honda has already sent us the replacement part. We'd like to get that installed for you as soon as possible.
We ship it right to them. And she's Emily, and she's our AI agent. She's one of them. We've got a couple of them.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julian Hayes.
We got another one.
I'm Matthew Graham.
We got another one.
Are you aware that you have an
I'm David
unlimited
Ellis
call?
with Paragon Mobile
We
Service.
got another one.
I'm Jennifer
I'm Aisha
Bennett
Lee
with Paragon,
with Paragon Parts.
We got another one.
I'm Olivia Sterling. Would you like to schedule
We got
pickup
another one.
and delivery?
I'm Taylor Morgan. Would you like to schedule service with
I'm
We got
Ethan
another
Cruz.
one.
What vehicle?
And so when there's an open recall, we get excited because we know we have an unlimited amount of AI agents driving revenue into every profit center we've got, and they're only getting better, and the customers are only getting more receptive to it. The object of the game is to become the most trusted advisor for everything automotive, whenever, wherever, and however. And the rent-a-car business is a great business. Hey, do you know where my dealership's located? We're in Queens, New York. You know what's in Queens, New York? There's 2 little airports, LaGuardia and Kennedy. And what do they do all day long? Rent cars, man. It's a natural for us. Trust, transparency, and convenience with a little relentless attitude. We want it all. Sorry. Whenever, wherever, and however, customers want to consume that transportation. Whenever, wherever, and however, consumers want to consume that service. That's what we want. It's not man versus machine. It's man with machine. One last thing. I'm going to show you what's coming next for us. A little peek under the hood. My friend Andrew, who used to work for Google.
This is the brief on the Paragon Cars Group digital performance for May 2026. Looking at the last 30 days of analytics, we're seeing a really fascinating paradox. Overall website traffic is actually down 4%, but your high-quality lead conversions just spiked by over 32%. So we're getting fewer window shoppers, but way more actual buyers.
Actionable information.
Let's talk about your
given to me by my AI
Honda.
agent.
Their sessions are up 13%, and conversions
for
jumped an
website
incredible
traffic.
50%. Across the whole group, organic search is a total powerhouse, driving just 13% of traffic, but netting 31% of your conversions.
I stopped reading reports. I start getting daily briefings, like the president, that are actionable. I go to my desk and I just listen to what the agent said. Now, Liza, what do you have, like 75 stores now, 175, 300? It's mind-boggling. I can't figure it out. But you can't read all the reports. But if you had something saying, okay, from an enterprise level, here are your top 3 priorities. And you may initially say, I don't need no machine man telling me what my priorities are. Got it. We'll make it a woman. And they could suggest priorities to you. But for me, I liked that. Hey, give me what I've got to focus on. Get me back to that, right? And it drops for me at 6:45 in the morning. So I'm done my gym. I'm having my coffee. And all of a sudden, here's what it is. And I can start firing off the emails. I can start firing off the text messages to the people. Hey, here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. And the next day, it's going to follow up with me to make sure I done it. This is in beta. It's in beta. Div said if you want to contact him, you can contact him to see what it's like. It's taking your data directly from your website and giving you actionable items to work on. I know a couple other people are working on this for their respective departments, but I think this could give you a really good insight. I'm over time. I'm out of time. I thank you for your time. Thank you very much.